Greetings, Delta Nova here, bringing you a critical report. Guys, is it possible to remaster Fallout New Vegas? That is to say, do we still possess the capability as a species? Absolutely not. But the reason might not be what you've been led to believe. The question arose back in April when Chris Avellone, industry legend and key designer on New Vegas, spoke with YouTube creator TKs Mantis. I wanted to look at the interview through the lens of a creator named Drawn Out. I feel he offers an interesting perspective.
I don't think Bethesda has the engineering know-how to make a remaster of New Vegas at all.
Now that's a spicy quote. I don't think Bethesda has the engineering know-how to make a remaster of New Vegas at all. Now it's important to mention that he's not calling them stupid or anything with this.
I'm pretty sure he is. I mean, it doesn't sound like a compliment.
I mean, he might be a little bit, but that's not like the entire point he's going for. He just thinks it's literally impossible without the source code.
The very last milestone for New Vegas was please deliver all the source code and the ability to make the build, and we'll pay you like $10,000 for that milestone. Now, what that milestone really meant was if all those assets are given to Bethesda, that means they can recreate the game at any time. Fergus decided not to cash out that milestone and did not deliver it.
How did Bethesda let this happen? This is just not how I would expect something like this to go. Wouldn't you think something as crucial as source code would be in writing from the start?
Of course it was in writing. That's what the man just said.
The very last milestone.
Milestones are a part of contracts. You give us this, we'll pay you that. Chris is describing a routine contract.
It shouldn't be pleaded for at the very end with like a $10,000 bribe, essentially.
What on earth are you talking about? No one pleaded for anything. And Chris never said it was a bribe, or anything like a bribe. It was just the final payment. You know, anyone can misunderstand a story. That happens all the time. But this interpretation is outlandish. I'm not sure what to make of it.
It is just hilarious to me to imagine the New Vegas source code sitting on some hard drive somewhere that Bethesda can't get. And if what Chris is saying is still true, I mean, this is a disaster for Bethesda.
Well, guys, if we take a closer look, you'll understand why it isn't a disaster. You see, we have the dev tools for most Bethesda games. This is the one they used to make New Vegas. It lets you edit every item in the game, every NPC, every quest, all of the environments, and every interaction. None of it is anywhere Bethesda can't get, and none of it has anything to do with source code. So then what does? This thing right here, falloutnv.exe. This contains the game engine. The thing is, Bethesda has that code, because it's their engine. In fact, they provided the source code to Obsidian in the first place, so that Obsidian could make the game. The point is, Bethesda has the code that they can't get. Maybe it's anomalous. Now, Obsidian did do some work on the engine. From what I could discover, during the course of Fallout 3, Bethesda started work on ADS, also known as Iron Sights. The Obsidian guys completed the work on Iron Sights and used it in New Vegas. They also added certain optimizations for the sake of console performance. So if Bethesda really doesn't have Obsidian's version of the source, they would have to redo that work. And that very well could be a pain in the ass. But it isn't a disaster. But you know what, guys? We could take all that and put it to one side and just apply some basic common sense. Thanks to an accident of history, we know how long it takes to make New Vegas. After all, it's the most famous time limit in gaming. So if this is, in fact, a disaster, it's one that lasts exactly 18 months. And you might say, hang on a sec. I thought you said a remake was impossible. To that I say, you heard me right. It's just the reason ain't got shit to do with source code. Let's return to Drawn Out's commentary.
When we still thought we'd be able to do New Vegas 2 or whatever the title would be. But
you just, you saying New Vegas 2?
That quickly evaporated.
There's a lot of hopium for something like that to happen.
It will not happen in the next 6 years at least.
I told them.
If ever.
So those are some pretty spicy quotes, I'd say. I would say as far as New Vegas 2, I don't think that's really what people are looking for these days. I definitely think a remaster is more desired.
Guys, you know that tale, the monkey's paw? In case you haven't heard it, basically it means be careful what you wish for, and if you're smart, don't wish for anything. Yes, Drawn Out is correct. A remaster is desired by imbeciles. 2010, when New Vegas was released, wasn't just a different year, it was a different universe. There was no cancel culture. There was no Sweet Baby Inc. Not a soul on earth had heard of Anita Sarkeesian. Writers and artists didn't have to look over their shoulder, because nobody was problematic. In 2010, you could put things in a game that today couldn't even be considered. A work of art is a creature of its moment. The moment that gave us New Vegas has passed. Our present moment is its antithesis. If you tried to revise New Vegas today, all you'd accomplish would be to vandalize it. How do you even make a non-offensive New Vegas strip? And if you did, how would it be an improvement? I'm aware the concept of a remaster is intensely popular, and a lot of people feel if they don't get one, they'll experience distress. Well, to them I say, distress is universal, but there's nothing wrong with how the game is mastered. New Vegas doesn't need to be reimagined as inoffensive trash. You aren't missing anything. But if you're in a panic to play another UE5 game, just go on Steam and purchase anything at random. Well, guys, I hope you found this presentation interesting. This has been a Critical Report. Until next time, Delta Nova signing out.